Charlotte Tilbury has brought back her beach sticks, and if you have watched my latest haul, you know what happened with them. This is the oh no! Yep, that is exactly what happened, but nonetheless, I'm gonna review them, review the new formula. I do have also the old formulation. We're gonna do some comparisons. As you can tell, I already have my foundation, concealer, eyeshadow on. I decided to do not use bronzer right now so you can really see the shades. And by the way, if you're new here to my channel, welcome to all of you. I do film in natural light and I'm filming with a 4K camera, so make sure you have the right resolution if you're watching this video on your iPad, your iPhone, your computer, and whatnot. Okay, my friends, so here we go with the beach sticks. They come in 3 different shades. They are made in Italy. This is the component. They have a shelf life of 18 months, which is pretty generous for being a cream product. Usually we see along the line 6 months, 12 months, so 18 months is pretty generous. Also, the amount of product that you get, it's a really good amount of product, 6.5 grams or 0.22 ounces, and you should be able to use these sticks not only on the cheeks but also on your lips. So let's go ahead and get started first with the shade Moon Beach, and they are inspired by Ibiza. So there you have it. This is Moon Beach, which is a gorgeous beachy tone. Okay, I can tell you something. I feel like there's no glitter and no shimmer, but it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, which, let me show to you the previous formula. So this is the old formula. Now, counting that this has what? Mine is already overdue, like perhaps 4 years ago or even more. Let me just swatch it underneath. Okay, yeah, definitely this is a different shade. Yeah, so if you had the previous Beach Moon, the previous one, it was more apricot, and it didn't have that sheen. It just, I mean, it was nice and not matte, but the new one has a little bit more of a sheen. So this is the older version, this is the new version. I'm pretty sure that at Charlotte Tilbury's website, it states that this is a reformulation aside to being limited edition. I will be leaving details, links, absolutely everything will be on the description box below. As well, I will be putting all the links as a pinned comment, because I have noticed some people are having a little bit of trouble to open the description box. So if that's your case, check on the comment section. There will be a pinned comment with all the links, all the details too. So that will be very easy for you. And I do have a 15% off code with Charlotte Tilbury. This video is not in partnership with Charlotte Tilbury. I bought all of these products myself. There's no partnership in here, but if you want to take advantage of that discount, you may do so. The only thing, it has to be your first order. So, I mean, you know, this is being a little bit tricky, but if you want to open a new account, then you can get 15% off. Okay, friends, let me get you a little bit closer with a Fenty Beauty brush. I'm not going to go directly on my cheeks, but rather just dab it and pick up some product right there. And then we're going to apply it on the cheeks first. Okay, as you can tell, it's very, very light. I'm going to get a little more and build it up. Okay, now you can see it a lot better. I'm gonna bring it a little bit towards the front too. It's so pretty. Definitely like a toasty, corally shade. I personally really like it. Right, and now let's apply it on the lips. I'm just gonna go with my finger and just get a good amount. These sticks, you know, as the name implies, is really like when you go to the beach that you don't want to have a lot of makeup on and you perhaps have a tinted SPF or something very light, right? And you just want to dab a little bit of color in your cheeks. That's what it is. I remember having these products way back on the day, and it just makes things a lot easier. So again, when you are, you know, by the ocean side. So anyhow, this is Moon Beach. Now my lipstick looks a little bit metallic-y, but it's not metallic-y, it's just I feel it has some radiance to it, which I appreciate. The next shade, Formentera. And this is how it came. I know, I still need to call Charlotte Tilbury. You know what? Usually with Charlotte Tilbury, I never have problems with their products, but once I had, you know, a powder product that came out of the pan, and anytime that I have called, it has been really easy. Or if I had to return something because I really didn't like it, which is very rare, it's very easy. Like you just log in into your account, select your order, and then just check you know, return, and you can print out your shipping label right there and then. So it's super easy. That's something that I feel like it's really nice and simplified on her side. So anyhow, let's go for Formentera. Now this is actually kind of like between a terracotta with a little bit of reddish but undertone to it. I'm gonna use a BK Beauty A507 brush, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna tap and get as much product as I can. Now I do not have any more this shade on my collection, like from the previous formula, I should say. Just go for it. This shade is really that toasty shade, you know, when you have been out on the sun. My suggestion with this shade, if you are of my skin tone, I have a light to medium skin tone, my foundation match will be also in the description box below, is to take it also on your nose, just like with any other blush, because it really give you that sense that you are truly blush and you have been under the sun, which I think is just so pretty. But yeah, this is kind of like, you know, that golden hour kind of shade when you have been at the beach all day long and you have these, not true sunburn, but like it has passed perhaps 2-3 days that you're on vacation and you get this beautiful toasty kind of blush naturally on your cheeks. That's so pretty. I love this shade. So good. I removed the previous shade and now I'm gonna go with Formentera again with my finger, getting a good amount, and I'm just gonna dab it. Now I don't know if you're able to see the difference. I'm pretty sure you are. This doesn't have that. You see, with Moon Beach, you have a little bit of a flip, not in color, but basically it's more satiny, a little bit more juicy, non-glittery, there's no shimmer. Formentera is more like a demi-matte, like a natural finish. It's still juicy, not as glowy as this side, and you can see more the difference on the lips. The lips is just that beautiful kind of bronzy tone, very beautiful. So there you have it, Formentera. And the last shade is Salinas, which I think it's also very pretty, very vibrant, more pink. So you see Moon Beach, the new one, has more of a pink tone, but this one is even pinkier, which is all in fashion right now with the Barbie movie. Like, I even painted my nose in pink too. And I'm gonna use a BK Beauty brush too, but this one is clean, same as the last one that I used it for, A507. So I know I'm picking up plenty because I really want you to see the shade. Now I'm applying a little bit more. As you can tell, this is not completely sheer, but you can build up on pigment. So I think that is very important too when we're talking about a cream blush or any blush in general. The ability to build up is super important because although there's only 3 shades, because that ability to build it up depending on your skin tone, it caters for more skin tones. This makes sense. So That's something that I really appreciate. So I'm building it up quite a bit more because I really, again, want you to see how it looks. And this is definitely more pinky in tone. Now, could you apply directly from the stick? Let me show you on this cheek right here and see if it will lift up the foundation. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, but yeah, you can apply it directly if you want to. And then blend it. Yeah, definitely you can apply it directly from the stick. And you know what? That is an improvement from the previous formulation. I love to put a little bit on the bridge of the nose. It's a lot more natural too. And it just creates more of like a youthful glow. Not really glow, but just a youthful appearance. Apply it on my finger and let's go for the lips. The formula is very soft too. This is a very pretty shade. I actually like it quite a bit. I think it's very complimenting, I think, for many skin tones because it's not, although it's a pink, it's not super vibrant, like not neon-y. And it's super easy to apply. Like I said, this is the convenience of having a beach stick. Easy to apply, no fuss. I don't even need to line my lips, which I think is something that I line my lips from time to time. It all depends. But honestly, I love also the looks without overlining the lips. I think it looks, you know, fairly natural, more, you know, more natural in general. And now the shade Las Salinas has the same finish as Formentera, which is a very natural finish, borderline matte, but not flat matte. It's nothing that is gonna, you know, make you look makeup-y. No, it's still very natural in terms of the finish. While definitely Moon Beach has a little bit more of like a juicy kind of finish, like a satiny finish. You can see from there. And another thing that I really like about this formulation is that although they are cream on a stick, they are not super creamy. So that means that they are not too dewy, too moisturizing. In terms of, for example, if you have combination oily skin, I think they will work just fine for you, as it works just fine for me that I have dry skin. It doesn't, it's not overly dewy, it's not greasy. They just look really fine. It basically, I mean, even at the long run, I will say that they really simulate a little bit the finish of a powder formula. Not that it looks powdery, but it's just not your typical creamy kind of balmy blush on a stick. It's nothing, say for example, as the one that Charlotte Tilbury has on a little pot. It's nothing of that. Those are more dewy. It's not as the ones from Pat McGrath either. They are just not super juicy, not super of that, you know, greasy, sleeping, sliding kind of feeling. If anything, they actually remind me quite a bit to the Victoria Beckham Beauty blush on a stick. If you like that formulation, I'm sure you're gonna like this formula. I think it's just a matter for you to, you know, decide which shade is for you. I like all the shades. I think all of them are very pretty. This is very innocent. I wish though that she would have actually perhaps just kept that shade Moon Beach apricot-y as it is, and that she would have brought another shade, another name with this new Moon Beach shade that has that pinky tone. I think that would have been really nice to have 4 instead of 3. Does it make sense? But other than that, I think my favorite shade for summertime, it will be Formentera, the deepest one, because it gave that really like after being on the sun on vacation kind of look. And then the shade that I'm using right now, Las Salinas, it's a little bump up between a pillow talk and a little bit of that kind of like, not sunburn, like, but being sunky is like when you get a little bit extra color on your cheeks, while Moon Beach, the new one, is more like for everyday perhaps. Anyhow, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have purchased any of these sticks by Charlotte Tilbury, which is the shade that you are liking the most, or which is the shade that you are adding to cart immediately, because again, these are limited edition. All the details will be once again on the description box below, my 15% off discount code, and I will be leaving the same information as a pinned comment. So let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below while you're at it. And if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. It would be incredible if you can come and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also share it with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.